In this video, we're going to cover power and connectivity and the basic setup. You need to have your DoorBird doorbell set up and working before you can add the indoor station. I always highly recommend setting the unit up on a desk like this before trying to install it in the install location. So there are three ways to power up and connect this device. One is power over Ethernet. That means using an Ethernet cord to a PoE switch. You can also use DoorBird's 2-wire PoE adapter, and you can also use their PoE injector. So that gives you a couple different options. That is the number one way to power up and connect to this device. Second to that is Ethernet and with the power adapter. And third to that is the power adapter and using Wi-Fi. So right now I'm going to start with attaching, and this would be whether you're going to be using Wi-Fi or not. It's important that you do this step first. Everyone wants to jump to Wi-Fi. Well, most people do, and you have to set it up using an Ethernet cable before we get to Wi-Fi. So let's go ahead and start doing that. On the back, this is where our Ethernet cable is going to attach to. So we want to, and this is the wire terminal. So essentially it's going to go there, and our Ethernet adapter is going to clip in. So I'm going to go ahead and start wiring this. And on the back, there is a wire diagram for Cat 5 and Cat 6, and also Cat 7. Most people will be using the Cat 5 and Cat 6 network diagram here. So let me... Now once you're done, it'll look something like this. Green, green and white, yellow, orange, orange and white. And this will plug in right here. Now, if this was a PoE injected Ethernet, if I plug this in, I get lights and it would turn on, but that's not the case. So in this setup, I'm also going to be using my power adapter, and it goes over here. So I'm going to get the 2-wire terminal. I'm going to plug in my 2 wires here. Red for positive, black for negative, which will also remind you here, red for positive, black for negative. I'm going to put my US power adapter. I'm going to plug this in. And you can see here, I've got a blue light. I'm going to be waiting for the unit to tell me it's successfully connected to the internet.
Successfully connected to internet.
Now that the unit's online, we're going to open up the instructions to get the quick start guide that has the QR code and open up the DoorBird app. Once you're in the DoorBird app, you need to go into the settings tab. Once you're in the settings tab, you're going to want to scroll down to administrator and click on your DoorBird of choice. In this case, we're going into home DoorBird. Takes a second for it to load. You're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom where it says under peripherals settings and click on add a new device. And in this case, we're going to do the indoor station. Digital passport page, you'll see a QR code that you can scan, or you can type in the username and password manually and click continue. On the next page, you'll see the name tag. So we're going to name this home intercom. You can name it whatever you'd like. It's personal preference. My owner's email address is blurred out for privacy. We're going to create a new user, which is on, and name comment. That's if you want to be able to reference this person by another term. mainly for multi-tenant. So we're going to click save, and as soon as the next page loads, you're going to see a video feed coming onto the DoorBird. Setup is now complete, so now we're going to move on to the basic features and using the actual intercom. Now your unit comes with this glass protectant. I'm going to actually peel this off, but I would leave it on until you actually install the unit. Now you can see I've got 4 buttons up here, and I have the call button. Now this is in the settings, but this is basically your lock strike, whatever you programmed with the DoorBird originally. In my case, I've got a Z-Wave lock, so when I click this, it says front door lock triggered, so that means it's actually unlocking. Second to that is you have a favorites button that you can preset in the settings, and this would be for another relay of some sort. So garage door, another Z-Wave lock, another lock strike, a gate, something like that. You can add on to your favorites button. You have a do not disturb mode, which means if the doorbell is rang, it won't ring here. And you have your call button. So your call button, you press it once, you'll be talking outside. Press it again, you won't be talking. Now, if this unit is asleep, you press it once to wake up the unit, and you press it again to actually talk to whoever's at your front door. The last button we have is the menu button. And in here you have more relays you can access, and it is touchscreen. You've got your history, so you can actually see who's come by the front door. And you have your light. So if you want to be able to turn on your infrared light for a period of time, you would click that so you could see it at night. And the last bit is you have some settings. Basic sound settings, your information, and if you want to clean the screen and not make it go crazy, you click the clean screen. So that's the basic functionality of the indoor station. Now we're going to go into Wi-Fi setup. So back on your phone, you want to go into settings, and you're going to click on Wi-Fi setup. Once you click on Wi-Fi setup, you're going to see DoorBird IP Video Indoor Station. You want to click that, and it's going to take you into a wizard. Once in the Wi-Fi wizard, it's going to break it down step by step on how to add the indoor station to your Wi-Fi network. Essentially, you're going to unplug the power and the Ethernet cord going to the unit. Once you plug the unit back in, it's going to tell you that it's not connected to the network. At that point, you can turn it around, press the set button for 10 seconds. Once you release, the speaker will tell you that it's in Wi-Fi setup mode. Once in Wi-Fi setup mode, at the end of the wizard, you can press continue, and it will take you to an administrative login page. This is where you take out your quick start guide, and you have that QR code you can scan, or you can type it in manually, and you're going to click continue. Once you click continue, it's going to ask you to join the DoorBird Wi-Fi network, so your phone will attach directly to that. Once that happens, you're going to see a list of Wi-Fi access points in your home or in the area that you're working. You're going to select the Wi-Fi access point that you want, type in the password, and click OK. On the next page, it's going to give you the last couple steps. If you unplug it and plug it back in, it should say successfully connected to internet and give you a picture on the indoor station. If it doesn't, and it says disconnected from the internet, you'll need to do the steps over again. At this point, this unit is fully set up on Wi-Fi, no longer needs an Ethernet port, and is ready to be installed. On the next video, we're going to be covering more advanced features, so we'll see you guys next time.